No, it's because the prioritization. I actually think if you asked people in this country,
Why?
because people care about their immediate needs. They care about the fact trying to feed their child versus something that they can't necessarily see.
So do you think the climate crisis is because humans are evil?
No, it's because the prioritization. Like we kind of talked about this before we started. I think humans tend to care about the thing that they think is most pressing and most urgent. So this is why framing things as an emergency might bring it up the priority list. It's the same in organizations. You care about you go in line with your immediate incentives. That's what happens in business. It's what happens in a lot of people's lives, even when they're at school. If the essay's due next year, they're not going to do it today. They're going to go hang out with their friends because they prioritize that above everything else. And it's the same in the climate change crisis. I took a small group of people anonymously and I asked them the question, do you actually care about climate change? And then I ran a couple of polls. It's part of what I was writing about my new book, where I said, if I could give you £1,000, $1,000, but it would dump into the air the same amount of carbon that's dumped into the air by every private jet that flies for the entirety of a year, which one would you do? The majority of people in that poll said that they would take the $1,000 if it was anonymous. And when I've heard Naval on Joe Rogan's podcast talking about people in India, for example, that, you know, are struggling with the basics of feeding their children, asking those people to care about climate change when they're trying to figure out how to eat in the next 3 hours is just wishful thinking. That's what I think is happening, is like, until people realize that it is an emergency and that it is a real existential threat for everything, you know, then their priorities will be out of whack.